Are we ready? Are we ready? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I'm a little nervous because I think I've built this up so much in my head. I'm not sure if I can do it right. All right. We have our paper pack. We have our journal. And let's just get into it. I've been doing a little bit of Hobonichi catch up, so I got stuff around. Let's put stuff away so we can figure out what we're doing here. Okay, my plan is I have 12 spots. Well, 10 spots and 2 animals picked out. They're all in Marin County. I did not want to say in advance where they were. I just said California. But this is the county right across the Golden Gate Bridge. And this is where I grew up, in this little town right here. And we were the town right before you got to Sonoma County, where they have wineries and everything else, you know, grapes. Now they're all over the state practically anymore. But these were places that I've been to as a kid. I've been to as a young adult. I've been to on a bicycle. I've been to get a marriage license. I mean, all over this county is where I grew up. We moved there when I was about 4.5. I left when I was 18, and I went back when I was like 21. Where was I when I was 21? I don't remember if I was here or there. Anyhow, and then I left again when I was 24. So probably 22 to 24, I was here. And I haven't been there to live since. I've been on the East Coast, South Carolina or Florida. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad I had this environment to grow up in. It's not nearly the same place as it was when I left. It is full of nature, full of history, full of beautiful, beautiful buildings, scenery of all kinds. Animals, flowers, California quail, California poppies, all of it. So this map is the outline of the county. This is the San Francisco, or this is the Pacific Ocean. This is the back end, the northern end of the San Francisco Bay. Here's the Golden Gate Bridge right through here in the San Francisco Bay. I worked here. I grew up here. This is my foundation, growing up here. But I will say, I left California at 18, at a very young, not immature, but we had traveled a ton as kids in the United States. So I think traveling brings you to other people and is as much as an education as something you can get at Stanford. In my opinion, it's probably not approved of, but in my opinion. Do I wish I had a Stanford education now? Yes. But I feel like I have a lifetime of treasure. Now that I'm over 50, I have a lifetime of travels now worldwide, globally. That is such an invaluable education, and teaches you how to deal with other people and other cultures. It is invaluable. But so when I left here, I was 18, but not immature and not unaware. But I came here, and the aesthetic of the South is so different. It still daily blows my mind. The personality of the South is so different from the West Coast. But in saying all of that, I came here when I was 18, and I've lived here longer than I lived here. And I don't call myself a Southerner. I don't call myself a Californian either. I'm a product of the world. Now I'm a product of a paint set. I don't know. But these were humongous building blocks for me. I still look at them and think, oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. It's beautiful out there. It's beautiful out there. It is just as pretty here in South Carolina. Believe it or not, we have the mountains. We have the coast. We don't have desert. We have crops. I mean, it's just as pretty here to me. We have water, lakes, you know, it's just as pretty. It's a different kind of pretty. So, and in saying all that, I'm going to try to make some abstracts. And I have 10 pictures picked out of scenery and a quail and poppies. And I'm going to do them the way I did last month. And just kind of see where all of that takes me. I have these printed for my own reference. I'm going to put in a picture of the one I want to do today, which is we're just crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. We're not going to go in geographical order, but this just happens to be coming across the bridge into Marin County. There's a great tunnel there. Oh, I can't remember what they call that tunnel. It has a rainbow on the south side. Oh, man. Can't remember that tunnel's name. Anyhow, this is a view of, this is Marin County here. That's San Francisco. There's fog. There's the bridge. There's greenery. You can kind of see little buildings. I don't think I'm going to put in buildings. I'm going to deal with blue, green, and a little red, which is what the color of the Golden Gate Bridge really is. It's a shade of red / orange. So, all right. I want to do a title page. I want to do a reason why page. And then, so we're going to start here. This has got a lot of paper in it. I won't fill this up. So, I have my paper. And I'm probably, today, maybe I can put you on real time. But I might have to fast forward you because this is just going to take a while. And I don't want to mess it up. I'm really nervous to start this because I built it up so much in my head. So, like, here's green. We need blue. In yesterday's video, you should have seen me playing with all these colors and picking out paper that I wanted to keep here. Oh, I hate to use this, but I might. Let's see what other blues I have in here. Ooh. So you've seen all this paper. Oh, here we go. Maybe I won't have to use that one. I really love this, and I hate to use it. I can't hoard it forever. So I have some blues. I have some greens. And remember I said I needed some reds, but I really need orange today for that bridge. Let's see what else is in here. Ooh. Here's a good rusty color. This will work. This will work. So, let's pull this away. And I usually don't like the first thing of anything I do. So, I can't guarantee you that they're all going to stay this way. Every spread. But, this isn't really the right color blues. But I can use these to get, I need some blue. I need blue. Let's get back, pick our paper back up. Well, I have these papers from a magazine, and I'm not even sure where they came from, but it might be time to break them out. They're colors on one side and printed on the other. I do not remember where I got them from. And I will tell you right now, the dog starts barking. It's because my husband's been gone, and I have been babysitting him, the dog, for over an hour. He is only... Oh, I can't go into the dog's problems. But the dog might start barking. I'll turn the camera off. All right. I'm going to get out my reference page, and I'm just going to kind of have it standing here somewhere so I can kind of see. I don't want it to be exact. What is this? Oh, yeah. Hobonichi. But, you know, like the blue is curvy here. And it also encompasses the sky, but there's a little bit of green through here. So to make that shape, I might have a shape that size that shape and a shape that size of green and then start putting things on top. Is kind of where my head is thinking I can go. So, first of all, let's cut off this white. With landscapes, I think it lends itself to be torn edges. I'm okay if the sides are cut, but I think the top and bottoms, where they merge together, to me, these edges can be cut. All right, let me see here. Whoops. Green. Let's start with green first. Didn't cut this one off. Okay. All right, so now I want to rip this so that I don't have white. Not that way. Yeah. I don't want to have white. Okay. So far, so good. And this paper is just inspirational. Whether it shows or not, I don't know. I don't care. All of that. So I think I'm going to put this down. And by the way, this is not me teaching you how to do anything. I don't know how to do this properly. I'm just going by with what my gut, what my heart says is okay. So if you're coming here expecting to learn something, this is not Stanford. You came to the wrong place. I just do what I like, whether it's right or wrong. And I learn from that. Sometimes I learn daily. Sometimes I learn hourly. Sometimes I learn weekly. I don't know. But I do know that I have evolved in the last, especially the last year. And I'm okay with all that. So now we need blue. And I kind of want to just do the exact same thing. So the blue fits here. And then I'll start adding stuff to it. So do you think I can do this? I don't know. And I guess it's okay if it overlaps. Actually, that's perfect, Beth. Sometimes what I do works. I'm going to have to cut in some places, but that's okay. I wish I remembered where this came from. I keep saying I think it's flow, but it's too big of a page to be flow. Now this has white on it, which is okay. Oh dear, too much, too close. I can do something with that. With more paper. And it still look okay. And it looks kind of like surf, even though there's, well, there might be surf some in here. Remember when I said I was going to cut everything on the edges? Well, maybe I don't. I can guarantee you that I will change my mind along the way. And I just changed my mind because now these are torn edges. Now, because it's going to have so much paper in here, this is probably going to be a lumpy left, what I call a lumpy left. Because I go chronologically through the book, it's found and determined that this is going to get a really thick spine, a roll on the spine, which actually, let's just do this. Oh, no, that's not good either. I am trying to avoid as much as I can, so I'm trying to get that in there. actually, these two colors together look scrumptious. Now, all right, let's see if we can weight this side down a little bit. Okay. There definitely needs to be something red right there, which actually the back side of this is not bad. So I don't know if I want this large of a background. These small words work. Now, it does not have to be the exact shape of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's just a abstract rendition of it. So, kind of wondering, somehow my bridge has too many peaks in it. There we go. Perfect. Would you know that that's San Francisco, Pacific Ocean, the Marin Headlands, and the Golden Gate Bridge? I think it's kind of cool, actually. I'm going to glue this. No, I'm not going to glue it down yet because I want to add some greens in here. Where in the paper, in the picture, you may have to go back and refer to it. I don't know. It's going to be darker here, darker here, darker here where there's trees and things. So this is where having a stash of paper on hand works to your advantage. Oh, yeah. And I'm even trying to, like at the end of the month, every month, try to show how I paint and keep my stash growing. Actually, this kind of needs to go like this. And by doing these abstracts like this, it has taught me to look for the shapes. I never, ever, ever would have seen a triangle here where the darker trees are, a triangle here of shadowed and trees, a kind of a really skinny triangle here of land. That would never have occurred to me. I have heard people say it, but I'm like, I don't see triangles there. I have found by doing things in my head, in these abstract forms, I am starting to see these shapes now. Again, not a lesson, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. I just know what I like when I see it, and what makes me get excited. There's a little bit of green on here. Here's some more. Oh, here's some more. Kind of want to, and if this is not the right shade, I can always add something to it, which I might. And I just want little tiny strips of maybe some more green over here. And when I'm done every day, I do not specifically want somebody to say, oh my God, that's the Marin Headlands and the Golden Gate Bridge and over there San Francisco. I really don't want that to happen. I just want an abstract something to stand out. And I'm going to glue all this down because it's starting to become problematic. But so far, I'm getting what I wanted. I want to cover up the edge of the blue because I really don't want that white today. Tomorrow maybe. Even though there's some here, but I might not end with that. Oops, wrong. I got 2 glue sticks going here. And it is going to be problematic over the spine, probably every day, but that's okay. To me, that is just a gorgeous abstract, and that's what I really wanted. So let's see, by cutting, how we can change the texture going on by cutting things. Right or wrong, I'm doing it. I can't cut and talk at the same time. To me, that represents buildings in San Francisco. But I need some ground for them. Even though there's earthquakes, we still need a little bit of ground. Shaking and all. And this is just stuff I painted on Procreate. I'm going to rip this. And this kind of needs to be a triangle, but really, really shallow. Just like that. Okay. Golden Gate Bridge is here. And here is some of the buildings. I'm going to glue the buildings down before they have an earthquake. Let's put the land in. Actually, this should be all the way at the top because there needs to be more land behind it. So, I'm not throwing anything away yet, these little tiny slivers of stuff, because I might be able to use them down the road. Luckily, glue stick is a little forgiving for a short period of time. This is not a lesson on gluing either. It's a lesson on having fun. I can teach fun. That's all I'm qualified for. And that's a-okay with me. Now, that was number 1, fun. Number 2, a shape that I never would have made on Procreate, on paper, on drawing, or anywhere. And I really like it. It is not an exact replica purposely, but it is an abstract shape of it. Oh, okay. Let's fine tune it with a little bit of stuff to cover up. Now there's no fog, and that's okay. That's okay. Because in Marin County, this side has fog. Once you get across the bay, we didn't have nearly as much. We did, but it rolled in different directions. It rolled back out to the ocean by midday, mid-morning. Sometimes in San Francisco, on this side, it stayed there all day. Some weeks it stays there all the time. What am I looking for? Greens. I think I'm just going to go ahead with markers and just kind of color these in a little bit to add a little bit more color and take away some of the white edges. I don't like that. It looks too stark. That might work over here though. Note to self, maybe color the white edges before you glue them down. Like other people do. I'm okay with that. What I might do is kind of put some lines around the land masses, so these lines don't look as stark. Maybe not do this every time, but today I am. And I'm just going to add a little bit. And this is marker, so maybe it moves a little bit. A little bit of white there. This could be a rock at the Grand Canyon. This could be a rock at Moab. This could be a rock in a building in Siena. The color in Siena, I have to say, unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Day 1 in my book, which it is my book, is a success. But I'm going to try to trim these edges a little bit. Just leave well enough alone for right now. Tomorrow, day 2 is, okay, way up here in the Tamales area. This is a Point Reyes National Seashore, and Tamales is on this side of this estuary. I put it here, but I think this boat was an old fishing boat that's wrecked around here, or so I'm saying. So I'm saying, in my book it is. So tomorrow I have more browns and greens, blue, a little bit of blue for water, and then this old rusty boat. We'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.